So, what's the one thing that really separates the most successful people from everybody else? It's not raw talent, and it's definitely not just blind luck. As we're about to see, the single biggest factor that unlocks just extraordinary results is the power of a singular, unwavering focus. Let's dive in and break down how it actually works.
This quote right here, it absolutely gets to the heart of it. Success isn't about being some kind of superhuman. No, it's about being an ordinary person who has learned how to channel their energy with the intensity of a laser. And that is the core idea we're going to unpack together.
Okay, so first things first. Let's really define what we mean by focus, right? It's a word we throw around all the time, but what does this power actually look like when you put it into action?
Here's the perfect way to picture it. Think about the sun's rays on a normal day. They're everywhere, right? They're diffused, they're harmless. But what happens when you take a magnifying glass and concentrate all those scattered rays onto one single point? You start a fire. That is exactly what focus does. It's not about having more energy, it's about concentrating the energy you already have.
Now, to really get what happens when we don't have that focus, let's walk through a little story. I call it the hunter's dilemma. And it is a perfect example of how easily our efforts get completely wasted when we don't have one clear target.
So imagine this. You're a hunter. You're out in the jungle, you're ready to go, and you spot your first opportunity, a rabbit. It's a clear, achievable target right there in front of you.
You pull back your bow, you're about to let the arrow fly, but then, out of the corner of your eye, a deer appears. That's a bigger prize, isn't it? And just like that, the rabbit is totally forgotten. Your focus shifts.
But wait, just as you're zeroing in on the deer, this incredible, even more impressive stag shows up. You think, why would I settle for the deer now? And for the third time, your focus shifts again.
So what's the result of all this? You spend the entire day running, from the rabbit to the deer to the stag. And as the sun goes down, they've all gotten away. You are exhausted, and you come home completely empty-handed.
You get home, you throw your gear down, and you blame the whole terrible day on just bad luck. But here's the question. Was it really luck, or was the problem something else entirely?
See, the hunter's failure wasn't because of some external force like luck. Nope. The real root cause was something internal.
And this is the real kicker. We so often think our problem is, I just can't achieve my goals. But the real problem, more often than you'd think, is that we don't have one single defined goal. Just like that hunter, we have so many different targets that it's the exact same thing as having no target at all.
So if the big problem is the lack of a single powerful goal, then let's look at someone who is a master of having one, the legendary Indian athlete Milkha Singh. His story is a true masterclass in the power of focus.
And what's so amazing about his journey is that it's not just some inspiring feel-good story. It's a practical blueprint. It shows us, step by step, how having one powerful goal that pulls you forward can make all the difference in the world.
His incredible success was really built on these 5 core principles. So let's break down how he put them into practice, and maybe, more importantly, how we can learn from his example. First up, let a goal pull you. Just look at how his goals grew over time. It started with something so simple, running a race just to earn an extra glass of milk. Then, it became about the pride of wearing the official India team jacket. From there, it got technical, breaking a world record, 45.9 seconds. And finally, this audacious dream of having a national holiday declared in his name. Every single goal was clear, tangible, and incredibly powerful.
Next, he mastered conquering distractions. While he was competing in London, he got a little too caught up in the nightlife, and his performance started to suffer. His response? It was extreme. Instead of making excuses, he stood in front of a mirror and literally slapped himself back to reality. It was this raw physical act to force his mind back onto his real goal. Third, using discouragement as fuel. This one's amazing. Right before a huge race in Pakistan, a rival coach tried to get in his head with this threat. This was pure psychological warfare, designed to completely break him. So what did he do? Instead of letting that threat break him down, he turned all that negative energy into rocket fuel. The taunts didn't crush his spirit, it ignited it. He went on to run one of the best races of his entire life, proving that discouragement only has the power that you decide to give it. Number 4, he was constantly raising his own standards. Milkha Singh didn't just train hard, he trained harder than he did the day before. This image says it all. He would push himself so hard that he could wring out his sweaty vest and fill a mug. So what was his next goal? To fill an entire bucket. He was always competing against the man he was yesterday.
So, what was the result of all this? All this laser-like focus, this insane dedication? Well, it all comes down to one incredible number.
Think about that. 77 wins out of 80 major international races. That is an absolutely staggering success rate. It is a direct testament to the unbelievable power of dedicating every single ounce of your energy to one clear purpose.
And his final lesson was all about valuing mentors. I mean, despite all his incredible personal achievements, Milkha Singh knew he didn't do it alone. He always gave credit to his coach for the guidance and to the army for forging him into a man. And that's a crucial point. True sustainable focus is almost never achieved in a vacuum. It gets amplified by the right support system.
All right, we've seen the power of focus in an analogy, we've seen it in the story of failure, and we've seen it in the incredible success of Milkha Singh. So now it's time to bring all of this back to you and to the one question that really, truly matters.
This right here is the ultimate takeaway. For Milkha Singh, it was a glass of milk, a team jacket, a world record. So the question all of this leads to is this: what is your one goal? What is that singular, powerful target that will make you run, that will make you push through every distraction, and help you achieve something absolutely extraordinary? Because that is the only thing worth figuring out.